In preparation for the Global Disability Summit, scheduled to take place in Germany this April, the Albinism Association of Nigeria has finalized its demands for the Nigerian government. This was done during a one-day hybrid validation meeting funded by the Disability Rights Fund and organized in collaboration with Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities. This event brought together marginalized disability clusters, including intellectually disabled, little people, deaf-blind communities, and persons with albinism, to review draft policy recommendations and develop advocacy strategies. Speaking at the event, the National President of Albinism Association of Nigeria, Dr. Bisi Bamishe, emphasized the importance of Global Disability Summit in holding government accountable.
Important event, the Global Disability Summit, which is where all nations, government of nations are expected to make commitments, is holding this year in April in Germany. And we want our own government to go with commitments made by the disability community, specifically the marginalized group, which Abilism Association of Nigeria belongs to, the intellectual, the little people, the deaf, blind. So these are clusters that we have brought together for them to open up and tell the government their challenges, their priorities, and their needs.
Dr. Bamishe added that the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities is actively participating to discuss monitoring and implementation of these commitments. She expressed optimism that these efforts will pressure the government to act.
We are believing God that we will force the government to make more commitment in the area of implementation.
The FCT Vice Chairperson of Albinism Association of Nigeria, Mrs. Ruth Scholastica, also highlighted the challenge of implementing disability policies in Nigeria.
The challenges I foresee here is that we have a lot of policies concerning this issue, but the problem we're having is the implementation. If the government will be more proactive for implementation, I think it will go a longer way.
The Program Officer of Albinism Association of Nigeria, Mr. Joseph Akuse, explained the objectives of the meeting.
The major objective of coming here or for this meeting is to, number one, to identify challenges faced by persons with disabilities, especially those with albinism and other marginalized groups in Nigeria.
Meanwhile, Organizational Development Consultant for the Albinism Association of Nigeria, Opeyemi Oladimeji, expressed concern over the lack of implementation of National Disability Act.
Let's look at the National Disability Act, for example, that states in very, very, very beautiful provisions to safeguard the right of persons with disability. But what we find out over time, almost 5 years now, almost nothing has happened.
The Albinism Association extended its gratitude to the Disability Rights Fund, Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities, and other stakeholders, commending the resilience of marginalized groups who drive these advocacy efforts. As preparations for Global Disability Summit continue, the call for stronger government commitment and accountability remains critical.